Hughes. Reeds there for the simple pass. Brightwell. Quinn. Hoping to get it down for White. It'll come for David White now. Can he keep the run going? He has done. David White has been dynamite for Manchester City, and he's exploded again in the face of Arsenal this time. It was a messy goal really, but Manchester City won't mind that. Quinn tried to get it through first of all. In the end it ran off Dixon, and White was fast enough, alert enough to fire it past Seaman. It falls well for Manchester City, and Adrian Heath and Hughes and White are both onside, and Hughes has got to it and he's brought down, and Andy Linnigan is in serious trouble here. It looks ominous for Linnigan. He's off.
Wednesday were going for their 5th straight win and their 4th clean sheet in a row, but it took Queen's Park Rangers only 7 minutes to end the second part of that sequence. Ray Wilkins doesn't score too many, but it's a portfolio of very high quality. A minute to go, and Wednesday preserved 3rd spot in the First Division when David Hurst wriggled around to tee himself up for a left foot special. Hurst 4th in as many games. The Hurst for England campaign gathering even more momentum.
Dean Saunders with the corner, turned in towards Thomas. Johnston went in bravely, but Tanner was there! Hacked off the line, no, goal! Liverpool in front. Nick Tanner's first ever goal for the club. Vic Callow was well positioned and had no doubts that the ball had crossed the line. Harper, Beagrie. He had plenty of ammunition, Peter Beagrie. Mark Ward. Robert Barshika. Everton trying to stretch Liverpool again. It's Pearce is knocked down. It's Matthew Jackson. Boris Johnston. 1-1. Oh, how sweet it is. Martin Keown and Dave Watson are forward for the free kick. Liverpool have got everybody back inside the Everton penalty area. Mark Ward. Grobbelaar has come and lost it. Brilliantly cleared off the line. Martin Keown's header. And it was Ray Houghton who somehow propelled himself upwards to cover for Bruce Grobbelaar. Oh, that's a marvellous clearance.
Cyril Regis appears to be born again in every respect. He's not just scoring regularly, he's scoring brilliantly. Villa's second was all about 2 passes, one that happened and one that didn't. Cyril freeing Dwight York, who would have been pilloried for not squaring it to Tony Daly, but for one thing, his 8th goal in his last 9 games. Southampton, having drawn the previous 3, staged another late bid for a point, but could only manage a consolation header by Alan Shearer. Some consolation, they're bottom of the First Division. Spurs have lost more home games than any other side in the First Division, but give them the room to play and they're capable of outsmarting anyone. Goal of the day contender Paul Allen finishing off an incisive move. Norwich are in one of their unproductive spells at present, 1 point from 5 games. Into the second half, and goal number 21 of the season for the First Division's top scorer, Gary Lineker. No one does that sort of thing better than Gary. Naeem from Paul Gascoigne range, Spurs winning it 3-0. Here's something worked out on the training ground that really worked a treat. Richard Harvey putting Luton in front in their 4th successive home game. Their 3rd successive win, lifting them off the bottom. Mark Pembridge bearing down on Dave Besant, who told the referee, "He's conning us both. I made a perfectly legitimate attempt for the ball." Well, that could explain why Besant stayed on the pitch. Now here's an event in itself. John Dreher's penalty technique. Here's another cute free kick. Oldham caught napping by Clough and Keane, and possibly by Stuart Pearce turning up like an uninvited guest. The man's full of surprises. Now that gave Oldham the worst defensive record in the First Division. But no one scored more goals at home. Milligan to Sharp, and the first of two delightful headers to set up victory. The second from one of their scorers in the 6-3 Boxing Day spectacular against Manchester United, Paul Bernard. A second half blitz by Notts County, leaving West Ham with only 1 point from 6 outings. Splendidly struck opener by Phil Turner. There's a bit of a gap opening up between the bottom four and those immediately above them. This was a very important win for Neil Warnock's side. Paul Harding's header for 2-0. West Ham, well, they look to be in a lot of trouble. Next to bottom and leaving Tony Agana in oceans of space to get his first goal for County since joining them from Sheffield United for £750,000. As for last season's great escapologists, it's only 1 win in 6, but a peach of a goal set up by Agana's old sidekick Brian Deane and headed home by Jamie Hoyland. Palace have been finding points hard to come by of late, but they'll take heart from Marco Gabbiadini's 6th goal for them. Ian Wright's a tough act to follow. But this was a confident bit of business by Gabbiadini. That's what Steve Coppell paid £1.8 million for. Coventry's 4th successive away game in front of a crowd of just over 3,000 at Selhurst Park, and a goal worthy of a greater audience. A wonderful piece of improvisation by Stuart Robson. But Wimbledon grabbed their 4th point and 5th goal since Peter With took over as manager 10 games ago, when Robbie Earle flicked in at the far post.
Webb. It's in there. Neil Webb. That was allowed to go a long, long way across that Leeds United penalty area. Lukic must have seen it very late. But Neil Webb, in the opening minute of the second half, has put Manchester United in the lead. Here's Rob Wallace taking it up again for Leeds, looking for this equalising goal. McAllister coming on. A great charge, it's a penalty. Conceded by Pallister, who's not put a foot wrong all afternoon. So Mel Sterland looking to make it 1-1, and that's what it is. And what a finish that sets up for us.